Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Deja. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the looks of this title, it is another Greek video. Yay! Okay, so without further ado, sorry y'all, we're gonna get right into the video. I was asked by a lot of people because apparently you guys noticed that I don't really talk about my line sisters or, you know, just my chapter in general. That's no shade. I just don't talk about it. I don't talk about it. I don't, you know, it's just I don't feel the need to. But I was asked a question when I asked you guys on what you wanted to see from me next as far as pertaining to Greek videos on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it right here. So as far as the question that was asked by just three people, was what was the hardest thing about being online? Now, let's see. I wish y'all could see my dog. I really wish y'all could see her. Anyways, okay, so let's see. The hardest thing about being online, if you're not mentally strong, I think the hardest thing about being online is like okay, so the question that was asked was, what is the hardest thing about being online? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Deja. Thank you so much for tuning in. So by the looks of the title, we are going to be doing another Greek video. And this Greek video is going to be a kind of like opinionated video and a kind of story time video. So yeah, so let's just jump right into the video. So when I asked you guys what you wanted to see on my channel next, a lot of you wanted to know about story times while I was online. What was the hardest thing about being online? Do I regret my decision about joining a Greek organization? Do I still love AKA as much as I did when I was first joining? Stuff like that. So out of all of that, I think I wanted to do a story time mixture of like, what's the hardest thing about being online? And then, do I regret my decision? So that's essentially what we're going to talk about today, okay? As far as do I regret my decision? No, I don't. I love Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. That is my home. That is who I am. And that's always what I wanted to be, and I'm just so happy that I accomplished that goal. So yeah, so that question is answered. So the next thing is, what is the hardest thing about being online? This is a really loaded question because it just depends on who you are as a person. If you are unfortunately a weak-minded person, like your mental is not as strong as most people, when people are, or when the people that you're online with, or your profiles, in a sense, the people that's overseeing you and your process, essentially what Greek organizations, what we have to do while you're online is like tear you down to build you back up to the person that we want you to be in this organization, okay? Now, if you're not as strong-minded as a lot of people are, then the comments, the way people talk, the tone that people use will get to you. I think the hardest thing for me was not taking everything so personally, because I am a very defensive person. So if somebody talked to me a weird way or with a tone or anything like that, I'm gonna be on go always. Like, I'm always on go till this day. And I still need to change that, because sometimes people people are not like thinking that deep into it. But I am a very I don't want to say emotional, but I am a very just take everything to heart type of person. So if something was ever said to me while I was online and they were just like, sorry y'all, the light is going in and out. But if something was ever said to me while I was online that I didn't personally like, I didn't really give two fucks. I was just like, who you talking to? Or I would have an attitude. And that's just like the Chicago person in me. Like, that's like, not saying that I'm always with the shits or nothing like that, but I am a always on go type of person, a very defensive person. And I always feel like I need to defend myself. Also, the hardest thing online was coming to realizing that a sisterhood was not gonna unfortunately happen with the chapter that I was a part of, because the people that I was around was just not the people that I really wanted to associate myself with. But I wasn't going to let them basically take the opportunity of being a part of this organization away from me. No matter how mean, no matter how, you know, rude and just evil they were to me, I didn't let that break me. You know, like, obviously it was a couple nights where I went home and I cried like a baby, you know what I'm saying? But I tucked that shit inside and I kept it pushing. I think another hard part for me was when, so I can't go into detail about it, but it was one night where I basically cried in front of a group of people because I was just so angry, okay? And to me, being the person that I am, crying in front of people that already see you or want to break you or want to see you do bad, or see you fail, I was so fucking pissed. Like, and I'm sorry for cursing, y'all, but when I say I was so mad, because in my head to this day, crying in front of people that don't like you, that want to see you fail, that talk shit about you all the time, that's to me them winning. Now, I am still 22 years old. So for those of you who gonna come for me in my comments talking about, girl, you need to be mature, da 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 da, that's just how I think. And I can admit to that. I can, you know, and I feel like that's a big step, because a lot of people won't admit to, you know, having the mindset on certain things like I do. So unfortunately, I do have a mindset that if you cry in front of people, that's weak. Not crying in front of everybody, but crying in front of people that clearly don't like you, want to see you fail, and talk shit about you, that to me is them winning. And that night, I was just so mad because it was just so much shit going on, and I was just so like, I don't know where my head was at, but obviously I can talk about it now, because I mean, the shit is over and done with. I'm in the chapter. I'm in the organization now. But like, I was just like, I kept being called out because I kept stumbling on words and stuff like that, because I have a bad stutter, and because, to be honest, I didn't know the information that was being taught, because I had 5 jobs when I was in college. And not to make excuses for myself, because what are excuses, honey? If you don't know, then you should figure it out. But I wasn't, in the beginning of joining Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, taking it seriously as I thought I would have, just because I had bills to pay. And I was in my head, and I was just like, well, y'all don't have a fucking car note. Y'all don't have car insurance. Y'all don't have to pay this, this, and that. And then, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I need to go to work. I need to do this. So it kind of like, I started off very rocky. So the hardest thing was like trying to be on the same page with my line sisters, be on the same page with my profiles, and try to give. I was so in this mindset of like, y'all need to give, y'all need to understand where I'm coming from, and I. That was the hardest thing for me. Taking a step back and understanding that it's not an I, it's we, it's us. And that's what that was my hardest thing, because, you know, like, I don't know why I was like that, but that was the hardest thing for me. And then also not taking things so personally, and just not thinking of myself as being weak for not knowing something, or for crying, or, you know what I'm saying? So that night really just put everything in perspective for me. I was pissed throughout. I was pissed from that night on all the way up until my probate. I was pissed as fuck. I was just like, I'm ready to get this shit over with. I'm done with this, because it wasn't fun to me. It wasn't like the people that were overseeing our line. It wasn't fun to me. They weren't real people to me. I felt like they were very fake. To this day, I still feel that way, and that's why I don't associate myself with them. But at the end of the day, I knew the end goal was to be a part of this organization because I know what I brought to the table. I know the person that I was, and I knew I was strong enough to handle anything that was thrown my way. And I wasn't no quit. I'm not no quitter. I'm not no weak bitch. Like, and that's just that on that. Like, I'm not trying to curse or nothing like that, but it was just like, you clearly had people that was trying to break you, and not break you to build you back up, but break you and just break you. That's what I thought, and that's what was happening. And that's, to me, not a sisterhood. But I am very happy because I knew at the end of the day that the organization was not just this chapter that I was a part of. It was so much more. It was so many other opportunities. It was so many people that I have met, so many sisters that I have gained, so many events that I have, been able to, speak at or talk about, or, you know what I'm saying? So many opportunities that's opened doors to me, to meet fellow sorors, a part of my organization. And at the time, I didn't know that because I was just like, damn, like, I'm just going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be in this situation forever. But I had to realize that, no, I'm not. I'm only in this situation right now. And then once I graduated, a whole nother door opened up, as far as AKA for me. And that's essentially what I'm really happy about. I met so many, alphas, so many Qs, so many people that I am happy to know now that I didn't know when I was going through joining the organization and when I was finally a part of the organization. So I would probably say the hardest thing for me was just being mentally strong and understanding that it's okay to be on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was threats of, so like people be like, oh my goodness, like, I don't want to be paper and stuff like that. This is not me giving away whether I'm paper or made. You can decide what you want to decide. But it was threats from my profiles to us as a line, talking about like, oh, y'all gonna be paper, y'all gonna be this, y'all gonna be that. And you know what I'm saying? And like, I understand breaking them down to build them up, but in my head, when I was thinking then, I was just like, this is not how you develop a good group of people. Because now when that was said, you got people online like, okay, well, I know I'm paper, but are you paper? Or I know I'm made, but are you made? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like on the same line, paper versus made, or on the same line. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we all have to be a cohesive one. We all have to do this probate. So it's like, why can't we just all be one together? And it was like little things that was kind of like tearing people apart. It was like if you was with this certain person, this person was cool with you, but once we got into a group, then it's like, oh, I'm one person and I'm with them and you over here, and you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that. But for me, I would probably say the hardest part was just coming to terms that like, it's not an I for me. One, I shouldn't take things so personally. 3, I need to learn how to, I guess you can say, because I'm trying to make it, I need to just learn how to take things with a grain of salt and keep it pushing. And not be so defensive. I was so defensive. I still kind of am defensive, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just like, now looking back, I was hella defensive. It was like a person could drop a paper the wrong way and I'd be like, why the fuck you dropped that paper in front of me the wrong way? Like, is it just me? Is it me? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, girl, calm down. Like, people are probably not even thinking about you that much. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to come to terms with. That's what I had to think about, because I was so in my head about, oh, I can't look weak, or, oh, I have to know this, or, you know, so that was just that. But just make sure that you're mentally strong, you're financially capable to withhandle and be in the organization. And yeah, don't fall for no dumb shit. Don't be no weak person. Don't. And I mean that in every way. Now, you can cry if you want to, but my suggestion, because I'm still in this mindset. Don't cry in front of people that don't fuck with you, because then them bitches gonna be like, oh, I got to her, or oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then at the end of the day, I thought about it. I was just like, it was a lot of shit going on that goddamn night. And, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like all the stuff that has happened while I was joining the organization, I can look back on and be proud of myself, because I could have quit at any moment. A lot of people do quit. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't cross. Whether you cross paper or made, or however you feel like you need to cross. But it was very rewarding for me, because I did start off very like I just started off in a rough way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of sticking through it. And at the end of the day, them bitches thought I was gonna quit. And honey, look at me now. No, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of like everywhere in a sense, but that was, to me, probably the hardest thing. Those was the hardest thing for me. Now, for you, it might be different. It might be money. It might be your mental. It might be physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people can't handle a lot of things. But if you want it bad enough, you will make through it. You will get through it. However way you get through it, but you will get through it. The only advice that I would probably give is don't let your grades or your money slip, because at the end of the day, grades come first, and your pro fights and the people that are helping you join this organization should know that. And yeah, so just you know, don't settle. Don't give up. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Make sure you notice all the signs. Don't just be so naive. And just, you know, have fun, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you can look back on it and be like, damn, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that you can be proud of yourself for everything that has happened. And yeah, you just want to make sure that you always keep a smile on your face and be the bigger person, because those are the people that make it in life. I'm so dead. I'm so done. Okay, so yes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was very random and just, you know, out there. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. But yes, and hopefully I didn't spill too much tea. But I mean, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Who gonna check me? I'll wait. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to DM me, because I'm always here to talk. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching.